If you've made it this far, you clearly care about stories like this one. I'd love for you to stick around for more of them. Hit that subscribe button, it genuinely means everything, and honestly, it would make my whole day. Around week 3, he did something I wasn't prepared for. I was sitting at my desk, I work from home, so he'd gotten used to the rhythm of my days. I heard a quiet sound behind me, and I turned around slowly. He was standing upright, not crouching, not sitting, standing on his hind legs, back pressed against the wall, front paws folded against his chest, looking directly at me, like a little person, like he was trying to say something he didn't have the words for. I didn't move, I just looked back at him, and for the first time since he'd come home, he didn't look away. That was the beginning of everything. From that moment on, something shifted between us, slowly, quietly, but unmistakably. He started coming into the room where I worked. First, he'd stop in the doorway and watch. Then he'd sit at a distance, then closer, always with that careful, measuring expression, like he was still gathering data on whether trust was safe. But he was there, choosing again and again to be near me. After about 2 months, his real personality started coming through. He became genuinely curious. He started moving through every room like he was claiming each space for the very first time. He found the sunniest spot by the window. He learned exactly what the sound of the can opener meant. He started to play, tentatively at first, then with sharp, focused energy, chasing a toy across the floor like it was the most serious mission in the world. And he never stopped standing upright. It became his signature. When he wanted attention, he'd stand. When something caught his eye, he'd rise up and look. Sometimes I'd glance over from my work and he'd just be there, upright, patient, front paws folded, like he was waiting for me to say something worth hearing. Every time it made me laugh because it looked exactly like a person who had decided to become a cat and hadn't fully committed to it. He started climbing onto the couch, then the bed, then one morning he settled across my legs while I was reading, tucked his chin onto his paws, and let out the slowest exhale, like he had finally, after all those months, put something heavy down. Because I work from home, we spend almost every waking hour together. That constant presence built something real between us. He knows my routine. He knows when I'm stressed before I do. He'll come sit nearby, not demanding, not pushing, just close enough to let me know he's there. That quiet company changes something in you without you even realizing it. One afternoon, I took him outside for the very first time. He stepped carefully out, whiskers working, ears turning like small radars. Then a breeze came through, just a small one, and his eyes went wide and bright. He rose up onto his hind legs, nose tilted into the wind, completely himself for the very first time. It was the most alive I had ever seen him look. Watching him like that, I thought about how close he'd come to never having this moment, how many families had walked past his cage. Before he came into my life, I was carrying a kind of quiet grief I hadn't fully named yet, a kind of loss that had closed something in me. I hadn't understood how much I needed something to show up for every single day until he was there, standing at my desk, front paws folded, watching me work, like simply being present was the most important job in the world. He didn't fix what was broken in me, but he changed the air in this apartment. He changed something deep in me, something I don't think I could have reached on my own. There's a feeling I still can't fully explain, like he came into my life at exactly the moment he was supposed to. He followed me from room to room after that, to the kitchen, to the balcony, to the front door when I left, and straight back to it when I came home. He never quite understood why he did it. He just knew that staying close felt safer, and slowly that closeness stopped being about survival and started being about love. If this story meant something to you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Some stories are too important to keep to yourself. And if you're thinking about adopting, remember this: they don't always arrive healed. Sometimes they come still carrying everything. Be patient, be steady, just be near them, because the love a rescue cat gives you once they finally believe you're truly safe reaches something that nothing else ever can. So, here's the question I keep coming back to. Do you think rescue cats bond deeper because of what they've been through? Or do you believe every cat loves the same no matter where they started? There's no wrong answer. Tell me what you think in the comments. He didn't run to the door when we brought him home. He didn't sniff around with excitement. He didn't explore a single corner of the house. He just sat there, right in the middle of the hallway, completely still, like he was waiting for something terrible to happen. And the look in his eyes, I'll never forget it. It wasn't exactly fear. It was something quieter than fear, something heavier, like he didn't believe any of it was real. This little orange tabby had spent nearly 8 months in a shelter. 8 months of metal cages, fluorescent lights, and the constant noise of other frightened animals. 8 months of watching families walk through the doors, point at other cats, and walk right past him. He was 2 years old, fully grown, not a tiny kitten that melts hearts at first glance, just a quiet orange cat with a broad chest and serious amber eyes, waiting every single day for someone who never came. When the shelter coordinator handed him to us, she pulled me aside and said something quietly. He might not act like a cat who's been rescued, not at first. I smiled and nodded. I thought I knew what she meant. I didn't. Inside the house, it became clear just how much those 8 months had shaped him. He moved low to the ground, almost crawling, like he was trying to take up as little space as possible, like he was afraid of being noticed at all. He didn't meow, not once. He found the narrowest gap between the wall and the couch, pressed himself into it as deep as he could, and that's where he stayed. I put out a soft bed for him. He ignored it and slept on the bare floor instead. I placed toys around the room. He walked past them without a single glance. The sound of the television made him flinch. Running water in the kitchen made him flatten against the floor. A door closing too hard sent him straight back to his corner. Every ordinary sound in this house felt to him like a potential threat. There was a stillness in the way he held himself, guarded, careful, waiting, like the world had already taught him not to expect anything good. I kept thinking, just give him time, he'll come around. But days passed and he stayed quiet, still watching everything with those amber eyes that carried something I couldn't quite name. Not sadness exactly, more like disbelief, like he was still waiting to be taken back. Those first weeks took real patience. I kept things calm, no sudden movements, no loud voices, no forcing anything. I'd sit on the floor near him, not reaching out, just being close and let him decide the distance between us. Some days he didn't move toward me at all. Some days, just barely, that distance shrank by an inch or two. But something in him wanted to try. You could feel it, a small, fragile want buried under all that caution.